Hello everybody, and I hope you're doing well. Welcome to a brand new video. We're going to be talking Beta Ray Bill. Some of his abilities have been not leaked, but kind of given out by Kabam. We're also going to talk about what's happening Friday with a live stream, and also hope you're doing well. This is what I want to see. You know, a little bit of kind of firing into action from Kabam, giving us some information, so Rich can sip the tea. Peppermint tea, very nice. And that's what we want to do. We want to see the tea. We want to find out, like, some tea. We want to be teased, tantalized. Come on. Treat me. Like, I don't know where I'm going to go with that. Anyway, look, live stream. That's happening on Friday, 9 AM PT, 5 PM UK time. I would say that's the case. There's also going to be Summoner's... It says Summoner's Choice, but I would say the champion entry from Summoner's Choice. That's Shathra. People saw exclusive videos of that at San Diego Comic-Con, and that's great, but I don't know, I was kind of looking forward to that, you know, leaking out by, not leaking out, but, you know, put out by Kabam. And as San Diego Comic-Con's going, you shouldn't really feel about it being about Google Play, because I'm sure a lot of people from the community was like, oh, guess what guess what we're gonna, you know, put into the game at this stage. Oh, here's a little tease for you. And it's just like, it's those little nuggets of just, again, as I've said before, it's like, you know, churning and kind of like working the cogs, loads of little cogs moving, just to kind of feel like the game is still, you know, proactive on things. And that's something I think, you know, that they'll get better at. This is a new team, a new community team with it. I don't know if it's a new social media team. Don't know, really don't know who got chopped from the recent layoffs at Kabam. But we've got to look at the positives. Reunion event is coming on Friday, as said right there. And with the reunion event, this I assume to be the Legends event 2024, as we have Legends event every year. So whether or not this is like an ongoing cadence of reunion, it's a thing. It's a fun thing. And that's really it, apart from promo code as well. Promo code we'll get on Friday as well. I'm still not sure if I'm going to be able to cover on time the live stream stuff. The reason I say that is I am attending a wedding, and it's going to take a lot of the weekend away, which it's a thing. It's a thing, and I'm figuring a way to kind of make it work to also cover stuff, but also attend the wedding. Yeah, anyway, enough about me. Let's get into something, the next thing, which is Beta Ray Bill. So Beta Ray Bill information, first and foremost, is here. He is immune to power drain and shock. Fantastic. It's good to see something immune to power drain and shock. But at the same time, I guess I won't be using Dr. Doom against him then. Well, depending on the situation, I'm sure people will still use him. It's just a case of like, yeah, power drain would be fine. Yeah, I'm sure people will still use, and probably still use him, but it's good to see like immune to power drain and shock, because we need more of those. Resistant to poison and bleed would mean he's Suicide Mastery compatible and probably will do a lot of damage as a result. He can also bypass Unstoppable with Grit buff and deals high damage, in both short and long term fights. That Grit buff I think is going to be very important. And yeah, just another counter to Unstoppable, which is good, rather than using the slow debuff, which in some cases, if for whatever reason you can't use the slow debuff because, you know, shrugged off, then you've got another option here. Could even be an interesting counter to Thing. So that is another option right there. This is the champion in action, and that's what we need to do, just to like show the champion in action, cover myself up, and go full screen mode to showcase what this champion does. Of course, being a cosmic, that makes complete sense. There may have been a shout to have him as a tech, but that's another story for another day. Wow, there's some little animation things we'll break down in a minute, because I just want to show this in entirety for those that are enjoying it. But oh my god, the animations! That is just incredible. Anyway. Looks like he is putting up for the SP2, setting up for the SP2, because I think we just saw the SP1, but that could have been the SP2. This could be building up for an SP3. No, this is the SP2 right here. Oh, yes. And this is the SP3, of course it is, where you're just using Stormbreaker, not the Stormbreaker that people think Stormbreaker from the MCU side of things. This is Stormbreaker, what he has, and it is an absolute little beauty. Now, breaking down a few things, because I do want to do that just quickly, is that the animations look amazing. Just absolutely incredible. This is, I think this is probably going to be my favorite 2024 champion animations. That little, and I have to kind of like just break it up for this moment where he spin. Look at that. Do you see just spinning around the Stormbreaker in the air? That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. That is so much fun to see that level of animation right there. And just, I think it's like either medium or something. But anyway, this SP1, that's an SP1. That's ridiculously good from an animation standpoint. So, Kabam, well done. Well done on your animation team, art team. You know, you're just doing a fantastic job. And you should be very proud of all the champions you make. I think only one champion this year so far, I've thought this just kind of meh. I think it was Northstar so far has been the most meh one. The rest of the animations have been incredible. And of course the SP3 is incredible as well. Look at this. Just incredible. The level of detail right there. I don't know if anybody kind of like just clocked on that. Is when he comes up to this smackdown, partway through, it actually goes into what is like a slow-mo mode that kind of feels like your camera is going round the things as you're in a Zack Snyder movie. That's how good the animations are. Those little subtle details of the SP3, I'll put it in live so you can see it. It's just there. It's just like that kind of little stop slow motion is just incredible. Like, they just do such a fantastic job with animations, and they should be incredibly proud of themselves and what they do. I'm definitely looking forward to Beta Ray Bill coming to the game, and I'm going to try and make some time because they were going away from the Marvel Rivals beta. Well, I do hear rumour that it might be continuing on, but that's the rumour at the moment. But I want to spend a bit more time to cover some champions, and in particular, because I just don't have enough time. That's one of the biggest issues. Issue is like having enough time to kind of do champion guides rather than there's guides for everything. But I want to be able to do Beta Ray Bill. Beta Ray Bill will be on my list to make a kind of just a playthrough guide, and also just play the champion, because it's been a character that I've wanted for a long time, for years and years, and I feel that this is the right time to kind of cover it. Not too interested with Shathra. It was kind of low on my list of kind of like choice, as the other champions I would have preferred to come into the game as characters. But this just looks damn good. Like, Beta Ray Bill looks damn good, looks well put together. And especially if I was to be more receptive to the idea of poison and bleed and changing into suicide masteries more often. And as well, looking from an incursion perspective and incursion options, as we don't know much about the champion just yet, of like abilities and such like, which we'll learn hopefully over the weekend. First of all, having immune to power drain is great, and shock, but it's the resistance to poison and bleed that means that you can get with suicide masteries and extensive damage. Now that means that you a lot of the time will have to rotate around SP3s in order to conserve your health, because as you know, you recoil if you do SP1, SP2, so then SP3 has to be the way. But bypassing Unstoppable with the grit buff means that, well, number one, how many buffs did he get? Can this interact pretty well with incursions? And also, you know, other questions we have to ask. And this is why it's exciting. Eve Kabam say deals high damage in both short and long-term fights. I want to find out what. Are we going to get the next Hercules? That would be something for the year, wouldn't it? What do you think? Do you think we might get the next Hercules? Thoughts in the comments. And that's it for the video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one, whatever I'm going to be covering. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.